Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic. What's your favorite poverty meal that you still eat regardless of where you are financially? Fried egg with rice. Good for breakfast, lunch or dinner. Also brunch, lunch and breakfast. Came for my broke ass recipe planner. Edit, you guys are amazing. Didn't expect the huge response and now I literally have a plethora of great cheap meals. Cinnamon sugar toast. My 4-year-old and I eat this for breakfast on the weekends. She calls it toast with sprinkles. ETA, thanks for my first ever award. Best cure for a sweet tooth. Reminds me of how my dad and I would hollow out strawberries and fill them with sugar when I was little. We called them sugar bombs. My son once called this poor man's churros. The name has stuck in our household. Soup boiled down with rice to bulk it up. This is a good one, almost like a porridge or congee. When I'm sick I boil rice in chicken stock and just eat it that way, no soy sauce or anything else, so it's easy on my stomach. It's a really comforting thing to eat. I always make long grain parboiled rice that way. So much tastier. Sleep. This is my favorite stress and depression food. Love it so much I have it every night. Toast with a fried egg for breakfast. Been eating that for probably 6 years now and still look forward to it every morning. Hello fellow egg and toast lover. Life feels incomplete without and nothing can replace it. Breakfast just doesn't feel like breakfast without fried eggs on toast. So good. My nan used to make me what she called egg in the bread. You take a slice of bread and butter it. Then use a glass tumbler to cut the center out. Put in the pan butter side down, then crack your egg in the middle. Before you flip out a pat of butter in the pan and then fry the other side. It's really tasty. Also you cannot be wasteful and fry the cut out center too. Fried bread is fancy man toast. Egg in a basket yum. Etta, American. Oddly enough this concoction came to my household thanks to a Sunday school leaflet when I was a kid. Beans and rice. I prefer rice and beans but I get it. I remember a big pot of beans living in the fridge. Hungry. Get some beans. Don't like what was for dinner. Get some beans. Upset stomach. Beans. That was 100% my grandmother growing up. Anytime you said you were hungry, beans. If you were lucky there were cold biscuits left from breakfast, too. Edit, in the southern US, biscuits are a heavenly baked good that's eaten sort of like a dinner roll but tastes a million times better. We call those little flat desserts cookies. They're also good, but biscuits are delicious. Edit 2, since you guys are so fascinated by biscuits, my grandmother also made the other type of biscuits, cookies. They were called tea cakes and they were amazing. I haven't seen them outside the southern US, so I think they're a regional thing. Peanut butter and sliced banana on toast. Now that I'm better off financially, I'll add real honey and ground cinnamon because I'm a fancy bitch now. Bougie as fuck. Cinnamon toast. Just bread, butter, cinnamon and sugar mixed together. Also, I love ramen. Edit, thank you for my first award. Stranger really was not expecting this comment to blow up. Apparently you'll love your cinnamon toast and ramen, I mean instant noodles for all your nitpickers in the thread lol. Second edit, I've always referred to margarine as butter. So when I say butter, I mean margarine. Y'all really are at pickle mayo. I love cinnamon toast. But I butter it, sprinkle generously with cinnamon and sugar, then stick that shit under the broiler till it forms a melted crust on top. Edit, as another editor pointed out I meant to say until it caramelizes. Warm and crunchy and glorious, the bottom stays soft too so it's got multiple textures. Second edit, broil it until the cinnamon, sugar and butter forms a nice crunchy crust. Does that make you all nitpickers happy? Feo. Quesadillas, with hot sauce if there is any. Edit, I think a lot of people have different ideas of what a quesadilla is. My version is strictly a single tortilla with whatever cheese I have lying around, usually dollar packs of singles. That means no meat, beans, lettuce, tomato, etc. And I definitely don't use a foreman to make mine. Poverty meal. That's dinner where I come from. Wait. I felt this in my bones. Butter noodles. Cool, 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 cool. came here for this. But I prefer my butter noodles hot, 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 hot. Yes. And if you were lucky to have parm and garlic, then you're eating good. Add black pepper and you've got cacio e pepe. Edit, obviously it's not a truly accurate version. We're talking super budget meals here, substitutions abound. Small children. Edit, thanks for the gold kind stranger. Same. I think that poverty meals are best because they involve ingenuity to make food both cheap and delicious. Yeah, definitely that, and not because I'm poor. Steamed white rice, crack a raw egg in it while it's scorching hot, stir aggressively and dash with soy sauce. If I have some roasted seaweed in that she's. Super cheap breakfast, but oh man is it filling / delicious. Edit, thanks for all the recommendations, everyone. Sesame oil, pickled plum, furikake, rice seasoning, spam, and cabbage are all on my list of ingredients to mix and match. To answer this, as it's getting asked quite a bit, I'm not Asian, I'm white. I do very much enjoy cooking, especially Southeast Asian dishes. If you have recipes you'd like to share for a frugal home cook who enjoys selenium Asian cooking, please do so. This has become one of my go-tos. Maybe a bit of fried garlic and / or sesame seeds. Some chopped spring onions or chives. Basically whatever's in the fridge. Edit, fried garlic, not roasted. Toasted sesame seeds is something I've gotta try next time, but yeah, that's why I love it, just get to experiment, and it's good every time. Pancakes. Cheap to make and filling, can be eaten with whatever is in your fridge. Whatever is in your fridge. Pancakes and beef fat plus olives. Make the pancakes with a little cornmeal, less sugar, and a bigger pinch of salt, and that meal really doesn't sound half bad. Toast. If you have butter or something to slap on top, even better, but a few pieces of toast usually satisfies my hunger for a decent amount of time. I'm the opposite, toast always makes me hungrier. Yeah, I feel like whenever I eat toast I get this ravenous hunger for more. Fried eggs with fried potatoes. This is not poverty meal, this a gold meal in Romania. Edit, mulum escape patru premii. Also to the guy who argued with me on how to make fries potatoes, fuck you. The only meal Romanian dads knew how to cook when mom was away. Grilled cheese sandwich. Edit, added Ed to the grill. Grilled cheese is great pretending to be bougie food too. My brother and I used to go to the store together and splurge on fancy-ish cheese, i.e. still the pre-cut stuff in plastic in the dairy section, not the high-end stuff in the deli section or the fancy cheese cooler, and see who could come up with the best combination of cheeses and bread from the bakery section. I think we settled on sourdough, smoked Gouda, Havarti, and cream cheese. A fancy corporate event I went to had them displayed as crusty-eyed du fromage. Don't forget to kick it up a notch with a can of tomato soup with about 1 tbsp of Italian seasoning mixed in. Stew. There could be anything in there, but it's still delicious. My grandma, who grew up during World War II, taught me that you can make soup from almost anything. At least once a week I just throw a bunch of scrap veggies, leftover meat, rice and whatever other random bits are left over from the week's meals into a pot with some stock, boil it all together and bam. We save the bones from every meal that had animal protein in it, then boil them to make bone broth. Super filling and nutritious. Then we can the broth BC it keeps forever. If you're too lazy to cook, you just dump a jar of broth, cup and a half of rice, bag or two of frozen veggies into a crock pot and walk away. Soup in 2 hours. Edit, animal protein as opposed to plant protein. Baby, you got a stew going. Ramen. I'll one-up that with idami specifically. If you haven't heard of it, you're missing out. It was so popular in Nigeria it practically replaced the world noodle, despite idami being an Indonesian product, 11,688 kilometers away. I brought it to an international summer camp in Finland where all the delegates from other countries pretty much lapped up the serving tray like dogs. Edit, my highest voted comment is now about idami. The cult elders are pleased. Edit 2, well. If I had an Amazon affiliate link for idami I'd be rich by now lol. Some Korean friends got me into Shin Ramen. That's my go-to brand now. Peanut butter sandwich. Nothing beats a good old-fashioned PB&J, hold the J. This guy nut butters. A gas station slushy mixed with gas station wine. poor man's daiquiri. Edit, OMG. Thank you for the award. That sounds more like poor man's gastro-drao. This screams high schoolers in grocery store parking lots, haha. My inner alcoholic is appreciative of this food information. My inner sorority girl I supposedly abandoned in 2007 appreciates this. Oven-baked potatoes with salt and margarine. Cheap ingredients found in almost every home and easy to make. Also, the starch in potatoes makes you feel full for pretty long. Sprinkle over a decent layer of Lawry's seasoned salt to really make the taters tasty.